Hi YouTube. So, it is May, I don't know, like the 16th or the 17th. And it is time to recap the first show of the year, which was the NGA Gator Classic. So for the weekend, we didn't even leave till late Friday. I went over to Paul's house, picked him up. He decided to come out for the weekend with me. And so we left his place in the Tampa area of about 6 p.m. So got to check-ins right around 8:15. Checked in, went in for the polygraph. Passed that, obviously. Made weight, barely. For those of you who don't know, NGA started doing weight classes this year for men's physique. So the weight cutoff was 172 and 1/12, and I barely came in at 172. And so I made middleweight, and then I went upstairs, got my tan on. Just kind of took it easy for the night. Did a little bit of pump-up work. We were backloading carbs and everything, so we were working on trying to fill out. And then just kind of went to bed. Got up in the morning, woke up, ate my first meal, back to bed for another couple hours. Got up, second meal, the norm. The normal prep stuff. The host hotel was a Hampton Inn over in Kissimmee, which was really nice. Pretty impressed. I think the rate was $90, which is nothing really. Really nice room for $90. And it was really, for me as a competitor, it was really convenient because they had a fridge with a freezer in there, so I got to refreeze my ice packs. I got to make sure all my food stayed cold that I had prepped for the weekend. They had a microwave in there too, so I could heat stuff up. So I was really happy with it, room-wise. We went over to Osceola High School in Kissimmee. That's where the show was at. So we got there around 10 a.m. Competitors meeting started at 10:15. Everything went reasonably smoothly in the morning. Went out, got my last coat of tan on. Did all the pump-up stuff, got on stage. I started off, there was only 3 guys in my class. So, I started off in second place position, got moved right into the middle, and then ended up being put on the other side after that. And that was actually how it ended. I ended up taking third place. Apparently, to the other guys, they had great looking abs. They both came in really lean. So I mean, it was a good class. That being said, I think I would have done better if I hadn't screwed up my front pose. I wanted to be pissed off, and you want to disagree with the judges, and anybody who's ever competed, you know how it goes. Until you see the pictures, you're like, ah, shit. That's how I looked. Fuck. And so on my side poses and my quarter turns, I was on point. So my side poses are easily my best poses. Those are my strong suit. My back pose wasn't bad, but my front pose was all kinds of messed up. I think the take home from this show for me was not to try and make changes to things last minute. Really, it was on me. I obviously just didn't get enough time in practicing the posing, to really get it down right, to change my front pose to something that would probably be a little bit more beneficial. I think for the next show, I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm not going to try and change anything up, and I'm just going to, it'll be an NPC show, so it's really just front and back. So, I'm going to stick where I'm comfortable with. It might not be the best, but it's a hell of a lot better than doing something where my hips are off and I'm all over the place. But yeah, so I mean, my posing definitely cost me, for sure, 1 placement, probably 2. That being said, I was upset for about a whole 5 minutes. I am extremely blessed to, work for Paul, and to have him as one of my good friends. So he came out with me. He was obviously there to help me not get into little bitch mode. One of the other guys from the team, Jason, came out, which was really cool because Jason He's just a cool dude in general. He's fun to hang out with, and so we went out to dinner and we grabbed a bite with the two of them afterwards. Or I grabbed a bite with the two of them afterwards. Nothing crazy. We went out, Uno's Pizza, got some Chicago-style deep dish. Just a medium pizza between the three of us, and one dessert between the three of us, and that was it. Right back on the diet the next day. We also had a couple other guys come out. Jorge, Rosado, or George. I'm really still not sure which he prefers. And one of the other guys that Paul is working with, getting him ready for a show. He's like 2.5 weeks out right now. And so they went out to lunch with us. We went to this small little Mexican place that was like real deal style. Good food. I did end up spilling over a little bit that night. But because I was kind of restless, you know, as what normally happens when you don't do as well as you want, I did go to the gym that night. Went, I hit legs. I deadlifted, and I haven't done actual deadlifts since the powerlifting meet. So that was sad. Probably partly because I haven't done them in so long, and it had been a long day. I've been pumping up all day, essentially. But I ended up cleaning right back up the next morning. I looked pretty much just the same as I did the day of. I think it, you know, how do I feel about it? Here's how I feel about it. Take your Chardonnay moment, take your 24 hours, bitch, cry, moan, and then get the fuck over it. There's a reason you're paying for a judge's opinion, whether you get it or not. I'm kind of at the point where I can look at the pictures, and if Paul is there, and I have friends there, I can get legitimate feedback from them on what mistakes I made or what I did wrong, or if something was off with my physique. But the truth is, just fuck it. If you don't like how you place, go work hard, get better. You know, that's where we're at right now, and I've had a good week so far. I've been going out. The weather's been pretty reasonably nice in Florida here, so I've been doing a lot of biking outside. I did legs yesterday. Almost tied volume PR for 315 for squats. Getting my weights back up on deadlifts, pulled over 400 for the first time since the meet. And training's going well again too. So I mean, a lot of people will take that and they say, alright, you know, and it's my last place reminder, you know. A lot of people will take that, they'll use it in what I consider to be the wrong way. They get down on themselves, they become discouraged, they get frustrated, and those are natural feelings, but you gotta take those, take it into consideration and realize that that just means that you have that much more space to improve. You know, and so that's what we're going to try and do here. I decided that I'm not going to do the Tampa Bay Classic on the June 4th. I'm going to go to the show, but I'm not going to compete in it, I think. And I haven't decided whether or not I still plan on doing shows later on in the year. I would like to take some time off. I'm definitely planning on reverse dieting very slowly to try and stay as lean as possible. I want to see if I can't get my body fat set point down a little bit so that when the next show does come, whenever it may be, I set myself up a little bit better for it. You know, so I think, you know, all in all, I had a great weekend. It really was a positive experience for me, just because I gave up a lot during school for the past 4.5, 5 years to get my degree. And granted, I'm not done. I am going back for my master's. But it's not going to be as time consuming. And so I really haven't had a life. So just having friends around and getting to do stuff that I wanted to do and enjoy myself, it was nice. It was cool. So even though I had this disappointment of, you know, not placing well and not really showing my physique well, there was so much positive to the weekend that it really kind of overtook it, you know what I mean? And then it was nice to actually get to see pictures too before I decided to make any responses or to bitch and moan and complain, because the pictures, they make you realize, and it helps you to be a little bit more objective instead of being subjective and in the moment with it. So, that being said, natural shows, I've always had a great time at them. Everybody's always seems to be really nice and outgoing, and it's easy to make friends and to meet new people. And so it was cool. I really, really enjoyed that. And I think I always have, and I probably always will continue to enjoy that aspect of the shows. It's a close-knit community that's, and it's cool. It's cool to be able to go in and help people out. And, shoot, we had guys that hadn't posed before, and other competitors, and were helping one another work on our posing backstage, if for people who, don't know how to get their lats out or something of the sort. And so it's just this really neat, cool environment. It's very positive. It's very uplifting and encouraging. And, I dig it, dude. That being said, I got a week and a half until the next show. So weight has been dropping again. We will see if I do well. I don't know how many competitors there will be. It's an NPC show, so I assume there will be a bit more competitors. And if I place at all, then it's best ever for me in an NPC show, because I've done 3 NPC shows. The first 2 were my first 2 shows. I came in last on both, and I did a national qualifier where I got 3rd callouts. So if I were to even place, then that would be a huge improvement for me. And that would be a nice spot to sort of end my contest prepping dieting on. Still need to book photo shoots and do all that stuff. So, yeah, the norm. Other than that, life is good. Not been working too much just because it's that slow season with restaurants. Working on getting into a gym to start doing personal training. Start taking clients and trying to get the car paid off before the master's program starts in the fall, so that I can just focus on saving up for a house. So, I mean, and that's really where life's at right now. Yeah, and that being that is where life is at, life is good. So until next week and 1 week out, that's it, YouTube. Bye.